Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and in this video, we're going to be reviewing the new K2 Passport. This board features K2's directional combination camber, which is directional cam rocker. So you get more rocker in the nose, camber through the midsection, and a shorter rocker in the tail. Basically, the camber section is going to give you all the load, pop, snap, and drive for this board, while that rocker is going to give you ease of entry in and out of turns, as well as more optimal powder float. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was overcast at the beginning and pockets of blue skies in the afternoon. You had average to slightly warmer temps, about 5 to 10 inches of fresh pow on top of leftover pow. You had chop, chunder, ice, crust, kind of just a mix of everything. And I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. Alright, so this board's overall flex comes in just a hair above a middle of the road all mountain freeride. Now, you do get more flex in the nose, and that is accentuated by the rocker. It stiffens up through that camber section back to the tail, but the tail is only moderately stiffer than the nose. Like, the real stiff section is through the middle of this board. The torsional flex is noticeable. You can twist it, but with the way the carbon layup is, you get a lot of rebound out of this, so expect it to be a little bit more rigid. Now, when it comes to stability, yeah, you're going to get chatter in the nose. There's rocker. You're going to slightly feel that resonate back to the front foot. But when you get into really rutted out terrain, this board just tends to plow through all that chop and chunder with ease. And if it can't plow through it, it ends up floating up on top of it and just sort of skipping along. This board is damp yet lively, especially right underfoot. You notice that right away, so you're getting less foot fatigue there. This board has a ton of pop. That camber section really wants to rebound, and when you load it up and engage that tail rocker, it acts like a springboard. This helps you porpoise through fresh snow, as well as pop off pillow poppers, side hits, cat track gaps, and whatever is in front of you. This board wants to get up in the air, and it lets you know it. The load of that camber section is actually relatively easy. It's not something that you have to be overly committed to get it to engage. With the rocker in the nose and the tail of this board, that really helps with how this is going to butter. That's where you want to aim. Those are the sweet spots. And when you leverage up on the nose or the tail, you're going to feel the camber section fight you a little bit, so just be aware of it. It doesn't fight you overly aggressively, but it will fight you. But once you get it to fully lock in, whether on the tail or the nose, you know that it is not going to set itself down, but it's going to give you that spring to pop back out of it and continue on your way. This board has a super agile edge-to-edge power transmission. You notice that right away, and that's awesome for helping with the ankle steering on this board. But what's cool about this board is when you're leaning back in a carve and you're putting all your weight on that rear foot, you get a ton of power out of that tail to snap out of a turn. But what's nice about this board is that it does engage outside the front foot, and if you're being more mellow, you ankle steer it, but when you want to drive, you bend your knee into the center of that board to flex that camber section, and then it locks in more aggressively, and it really lets you lay it over. Short, tight, quick carves, medium, mellow carves, or deep, hard Euro carves. This board can do it all, and it does it with ease. It wants to put that power down into the edge. I'm not gonna lie, I like this board more than the Antidote when I rode it. It was just a little bit more approachable for me at my age, how I'm riding these days. And with the Manifest team being gone and the Antidote kind of being its replacement, as well as this board, the Passport, this is more like the everyman, and that's more like the apex man, the guy that brings his A game. This board is amazing. It's a blast to ride. It rips, it grips, it snaps, it smashes pow with ease. Overall, I can't tell you how great this board was. I didn't want to get off of it. I wish I had one. I loved this board. Comparable boards, the Capita Navigator, the GNU Banked Country, the Amplid Soli Grail. Binding recommendations, the K2 Formula, the Rome Katana, the Union Ultra. This has been my review of the K2 Passport. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.